Got my eyes straight ahead, got my head in the game. With the red light on, I'm just waiting for the change. Keep my head down low.
Hi, thanks for listening to The Slippery Slope. Look, I thought I'd done all my recording today. I come across this article here. Mate, the state of Australian politics, and then you mix that with the state of Australian police, and then you mix family connections of politicians and police officers. This story here, I don't know, just beggars belief, really. Let's have a look at it together. But the headline says concerns. Well, yeah, concerns are right. I think concerns over Kristina Keneally's cop son charge. Kristina Keneally, the lady, the female politician who we had to import from Canada, one of the most annoying voices you'll ever hear in politics. A man wrongfully imprisoned on evidence provided by the police officer son of former Senator and New South Wales Premier Kristina Keneally has raised top-level complaints. Luke Brett Moore was jailed for 3 weeks in February 2021 after an allegedly false statement by Daniel Keneally that he had threatened to kill a police officer at Sydney's Newton Police Station. The activist and founder of ISU Police was later released on bail, and the charge dropped due to a recording of the conversation made on his phone. The 24-year-old constable faces a 2-day hearing in Downing Centre local court starting on September 18 over one charge: he fabricated evidence to mislead a judicial tribunal. He has denied any wrongdoing. Mr. Moore's lawyer, Pier Paolo Parisi, wrote to then New South Wales Attorney General Mark Speakman in January and to Commonwealth Attorney General Mark Dreyfus in February, raising concerns about Keneally's prosecution. He also wrote to the New South Wales Director of Public Prosecutions in December. In these letters, Mr. Parisi said Keneally had been insulated from the consequences of his alleged conduct. The solicitor said it was unclear why the constable had not been charged with perverting the course of justice and instead faced the lesser state charge of fabricating evidence. It is a good question. Why? How does he get the lesser charge? Mr. Moore is concerned about the independence of the prosecutorial process from both politics and the police. The Commonwealth Department responded saying the DPP and the courts were each responsible for their own operation and management. Trust me, I have seen you do get political pressure. I once arrested or I charged a very low-level politician, quite a few years ago now, for drink driving. It's all over. Actually, you can find it quite easily. I charged her with drink driving. She might still be the mayor in Port Douglas, actually, when I was working up there. So it's quite a few years ago. And mate, that morning, so I charged her that night. We'd found it must have been like 2 a.m, something like that. I charged her. That morning, the next morning, the phone calls, all the questions that I got from extremely, I mean, I was very, very low level constable, and then the next morning I'm fielding all these phone calls and all these questions and emails from very high ranking officers questioning what had gone on. Asking why I hadn't done other reports. I mean, she wasn't even elected at the time. She was just running for mayor. But, mate, you come under a lot of pressure when politics is mixed in. Don't doubt that that police and the DPP were being placed under pressure by high-level police officers. Because remember, I think the same thing happens in New South Wales, but in Queensland, once you get above the rank of, inspector and above, you're actually you're more of a political appointment. You're appointed, and it's a political process. You're under a contract, so yeah, you're more of a political appointment than actually being a police officer serving the public. Anyway, going on, it is an essential feature of the Australian system of government that our courts are independent and free from interference from the executive arm of the governments. Yeah, no, it's not. That's not how it happens all the time. On Tuesday, Acting Deputy Director of Public Prosecutions Michael England confirmed that after close consideration of the issues raised by Mr. Parisi, the hearing for Keneally would proceed as planned. Moore said the decision to hit Keneally with the lowest possible charge meant the police officer could escape any real punishment. When your mum's Kristina Keneally, what do you think? Even if convicted of these charges in the local court, it's likely Constable Keneally will only have to pay a fine. You got to remember, this other chap, what happened? He was jailed for 3 weeks. Mate, I've done a tour of a jail, of a proper jail down here in Queensland. Just a tour. It was enough to put a shiver in your spine. It's not, they're not a fun place. He spent 3 weeks in jail. And now Keneally, if he has lied, if he has perverted the course of justice, caused this chap to spend 3 weeks in jail, and the most he might get is a fine. Mate, that's just absolutely disgusting. We need to keep track of the story and what's going on. The Australian justice system, it seems to be falling apart. It seems to be so corrupt. So corrupt. And I've spoken before about gaslighting. Our authorities stand up and say there seems to be things that are just obviously wrong, and yet the authorities across our land will just stand there and go, "Oh no, it's all good. It's all in your imagination. There's no corruption here. There's nothing wrong with the situation. Nothing wrong with what we're doing. This is all above board. You're all just crazy." Gaslighting us. Son of Kristina Keneally. Wasn't she she was the one who just constantly failed upwards. She would make so many dismal mistakes, and then they would just keep promoting her. But hey, got to keep promoting. That's probably a different story. Let me know what you reckon. Let me know what you think. Jay Fallon, thanks for listening to The Slippery Slope.
They just fuel a desire that will take me higher. I'm on fire because nothing's going